Appreciate it, Seth. All right, let's talk a little bit about Georgia Tech. 477 rushing yards. Like some pretty easy question. Is that the best the offense looked all season?
Oh, without a doubt. That is absolutely the best the offense has looked. The run game obviously is number one for Georgia Tech, and that's what they were able to do against Virginia. Again, like Damon just said, 477 rushing yards. Anthony Allen leading the way, finally getting Anthony Allen going there at B-back, 195 yards on the ground. And the big key for him was just moving those legs, continuing to pound the ball, continuing to pound the defenders as he ran forward. They had a lot of holes there in the middle of the field that he was able to hit. And, by all intents and purposes, best the offense has looked all year. Best they've looked since Miami 2 years ago when they rushed for 472 at home.
Now, all those yards, but only 33 points. Paul Johnson seems like there could be some improvement there.
Yeah, it's funny. Someone asked him about the run game during the press conference the other day in Atlanta, and he said, it's no big deal to me because we ran for 600 yards in games there when he was at Georgia Southern and Navy. So he's used to having big rushing totals anyway. He wants to see the offense do a little bit more. He wants them to finish those runs in the sense of scoring touchdowns because for whatever reason, they just weren't able to hit the end zone there early on. It was only 13-7 Georgia Tech at halftime. They ended up with 33 points in the win, but still, he would have liked to have seen a few more scoring opportunities there early on in the ball game. And especially defensively, if they can create those turnovers and get more drive opportunities, more possessions, then that should also equate more points as well.
Now, you mentioned the defense. They're going to be in for pretty stiff challenges. Dwight Dasher returns for Middle Tennessee State this week. Just how good is that guy?
Oh, man, Dwight Dasher is he's pretty good. Of course, I actually watched the New Orleans Bowl last year when he ran like crazy all over the field, and that was where I first realized who he was. Paul Johnson earlier this week had a great quote. He said that Dwight Dasher is like a scrambling Russell Wilson on steroids. And now, if you remember Russell Wilson a couple of weeks ago, North Carolina State, scrambled outside the pocket, got free, threw for 359 yards, a career high for him on Georgia Tech. Dasher's not going to pass quite as much, but he's going to get out of that pocket and threaten to pass. And if he doesn't pass, he's going to tuck it and go. He's a lot faster than Wilson, so it's going to be very incumbent on the linebackers, particularly the outside linebackers and the defensive ends, to pinch down, contain him, and not let this guy get loose. Because if he does, it'll be a long day for sure.
So it might be some sleepless nights for Algro this week trying to contain that guy.
Yeah, just a few.
All right, well, there you have it. Coley Harvey, thanks for joining us once again. And that's all the time we have for the Fox Focus today. Let's turn it back over to Adam and Portia.
Thank you, Damon.